The AI data revolution is here. What once took me 8 hours now takes me 8 minutes with AI tools. As someone who's helped hundreds of people build their data careers, I'm seeing a major shift in how we work. In this video, I'll show you how to analyze data the more efficient way with AI and why it matters for your future. First, we'll review why AI is so helpful for data analysis, and then we'll review how to supercharge your data analysis with AI tools like Julius AI, who also happens to be the sponsor of today's video. So let's dive in. Let's talk about what we would use AI for in our data analysis. Where I've gotten a lot of use out of it is troubleshooting difficult solutions and working out the logic with AI. So say I have a really difficult problem, I'm not really sure how to write the code for it. I could interface and talk with AI about the problem I'm facing, tell it a little bit about my data set, and it can give me different perspectives or different logic and syntax to help me figure out the solution. So sometimes without explicitly giving me the code I need, it can work me through the logic and help me get there. But it's also great at giving you the actual code as well. And it removes the need to perfectly remember syntax for everything. With AI, I've been able to totally blow away my managers and stakeholders by writing code a lot more quickly than I would have been able to do otherwise. So here actually is a pretty good example of when I have used ChatGPT to figure out logic for a solution that I had to solve. So this example is back when I worked for the city. I had to create court docket. That was like a table displayed in a lobby that would be constantly scrolling through the different cases so that people waiting in the lobby can see when their hearing is going to be, and it's always scrolling. So to do that, I used the custom play axis visual in Power BI. We had to create this solution in Power BI, use the play axis visual, but it's tricky to figure out how to give the table it was connected to like a scrolling effect. And basically the solution ended up being like the table kind of like turning through multiple pages using that play axis visual. And when I went to, in this case, ChatGPT to write the code, I kind of posed the scenario to ChatGPT mentioning I needed to use the play axis custom visual. I needed a way to bucket the size of the rows to about 15 at a time. How do I achieve this? Gave me the solution to do a row, create a row index, DAX column, and then group those row indexes with a group index column. And then initially I mentioned that it didn't work. Table showing all 92 rows and the only selection for group index is 92. The interaction between the play axis visual and the table are set, but it's still not working. And then I just started troubleshooting with ChatGPT. It tried to help me figure out the row index and group index columns. And I mentioned another problem. When I add the row index to the table, it just sums all the values together. What do we do next? Okay, and then I posed an alternative solution to ChatGPT because it still wasn't working. If we do this instead, how about we group the court case column and set that to the play axis visual field, filtering the data. So I proposed, instead of having a group row index column, that we group the actual court case IDs together to achieve that. So this was a good example of me and AI working together to make this happen. So we begin working through that solution, creating a DAX column for that. I mentioned, after it gives me the solution, I mentioned the problem here is that it's giving every row in the table a value of 1 for the court case group column. How do we fix that? And eventually we're able to properly group the court case column, and it ended up being a working solution where it was ranking the court cases so that every day there's new court cases. It's like a descending ranking, and it's always grouping those court case IDs together so that every day when it refreshes, there's like a new set of groups for that day, and it worked perfectly. But this is an example where I worked out a solution alongside AI, and it didn't give me the perfect solution right away, but it almost acted as like another analyst that I could troubleshoot with. AI also helps you to understand your data. It can help you find hidden patterns and unusual trends. You can create charts and graphs by asking. This is especially helpful for Python, Matplotlib type code. And by asking it questions about your data, it can explain to you what the numbers actually mean in simple terms. Okay, here's a second example of where I've used AI to help me code, actually for the same report, but a different aspect of that report. I've always really loved this example, been really proud of it. But I mentioned in the last example that I had to create for a court docket being publicly displayed, have it filtering through the court cases throughout the day with the play axis visual. Now, another aspect of that is this had to be displayed in a lobby to people and automatically refresh throughout the day as cases are being updated. And it had to be updated without anyone touching it, kind of an independent solution. So this was a really interesting problem to solve using only Power BI. And I ended up going to ChatGPT and trying to figure this out. So initially I was thinking like a Python script and gave me a solution for that, required using a Power BI REST API. And then I said, is it possible to achieve this without using the Power BI REST API? And then it ended up giving me an HTML file solution. So the solution it posed to me, the logic to solve this problem was to create an HTML script with the Power BI service published report embedded into as basically like a custom web page, essentially. So this report is like wrapped in an HTML script that causes it for the page to automatically refresh every 60 seconds or so without anyone touching it, because the Power BI report would refresh if you clicked refresh and you'd have new data because it was a live report, but we needed it to refresh without anyone touching it. That was the unique solution. So it gave me this HTML example and it was like the perfect solution. And then here I'm just asking how we can kind of rewrite it to refresh in different time increments. I kind of figure out how I had to sort of like in another ChatGPT thread ask questions about HTML to learn a bit of HTML to understand what I was looking at here. And it ended up being the perfect solution. So again, just another example with the same report, how I had a really unique problem I had to solve. I went to AI to ask it about that problem, figure out the logic together, have a dialogue, and get to the solution. So this is a way that AI is not replacing analysts, but augmenting our work and making us better. But there's a problem when it comes to using tools like ChatGPT to code. And that problem is that it doesn't understand your data. You have to give it context every single time. This is where tools like Julius AI come in. You can connect your data and it instantly has context. From there, you can chat with AI directly about your data set through their threads feature using natural language. And that is the main feature we're going to talk about today. Julius AI is an AI-powered data analysis tool that understands plain English. It combines the power of tools like Excel or Python and ChatGPT, like mentioned, without needing to actually code. It's a perfect tool for data analysts, but it's a great tool for non-technical users as well, since you don't need to write a single line of code to use it. But let's walk through a simple example using Julius AI. So for this example, I just used the Superstore data set. First, I created a new thread from the home page. Once there, I uploaded my Superstore CSV file. And if you're trying to connect to more than just a CSV file, they got you covered there. You can connect to a number of different databases, which makes it pretty easy. So once I had the file uploaded, I asked it to tell me a little bit about the data set, and it gave me some high-level details. From there, I looked at some of the follow-up prompts it gave me, and I chose analyze sales trends over time. It gave me two simple but helpful visuals with explanations. Then I asked it what the top 5 products in the technology category were for the most recent year. Then it gave me some next steps for analysis within the answer. I confirmed that I wanted to compare profitability to earlier years. It showed me that the Canon image class has always been on top. Then I asked what region has the highest profitability. The visual showed me that the West region is the most profitable. I followed up with a more natural language prompt, asking if that had always been the case. It then gave me a yearly profit by region chart. This was helpful as I saw that while the West is usually the most profitable, Central has been down in the last year. I asked what we could do to increase profits in that region, and at that point, I didn't know what else to do, so I asked it what some more complicated questions I could ask it were. It gave me a few, and I chose to see time series forecasting of monthly sales and profits, and the forecasting chart looked awesome. You get the point. You can ask tons of great questions and get tons of great answers about your data. There's also the ability to automate repetitive tasks with their notebook feature, which operates very similarly to Jupyter Notebooks, but with AI that you can interact with to build your notebook. Now, overall, with Julius AI, you can't build dashboards like you could with a tool like Power BI, but it's perfect for quick insights and learning about your data and building notebooks. So again, AI helps you get more more done faster as a data analyst. What you still need are your thinking skills, knowledge of your field, and business understanding. AI is an incredible tool, but it's not going to do everything for you, nor should it. Rather, AI is an augmentation into data analysis work. And if you know how to use AI well, you can stand out more than your peers who don't use AI. In the long run, this is incredibly valuable for your career, but in the coming years, I think it's going to become more of a necessity. Data analysis is changing. You have a choice. Use AI tools to work faster and better, or get left behind as others do. The choice is entirely up to you. You might want to think twice because the data analyst career might not be for you at all. Why? Find out in this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.